Listen carefully. If you feel disconnected from everyone around you, this is not a coincidence. This is not weakness. This is not something wrong with you. This feeling appears when you are changing faster than your environment, when your mind has moved forward but your surroundings have stayed the same. You can sit in a room full of people and still feel completely alone. You can scroll through your phone and see smiling faces, parties, friendships, and memories, yet feel empty inside. That silence you feel is not loneliness. It is awareness. It is the moment you realize that surface-level connection no longer satisfies you. Most people misunderstand this phase. They think disconnection means failure. They think it means they are antisocial, boring, or broken. So they force themselves to fit in. They stay in conversations that drain them. They agree with opinions they don't believe in. They keep relationships alive out of habit, history, or fear of being alone. But forcing connection only increases the emptiness, because the problem was never the lack of people. The problem was the lack of alignment. Disconnection often begins when your values change. The things that once excited you start feeling repetitive. Conversations you once enjoyed start feeling shallow. Noise replaces meaning. Entertainment replaces depth. And without realizing it, you stop pretending. You stop performing. You stop shrinking yourself to belong. That is when the distance begins. When you grow, you outgrow environments before you find new ones. Your old world still exists, but the old version of you does not. That gap between who you were and who you are becoming feels uncomfortable, confusing, and lonely. People around you may not understand why you changed. Some may say you are distant. Others may say you have an attitude. In reality, you simply stopped living on autopilot. Social media intensifies this feeling. You see people laughing, traveling, celebrating, and posting perfect moments. What you don't see is the emptiness behind those posts, the silence after the camera turns off, and the relationships built on convenience rather than truth. You compare your internal reality to someone else's edited life and assume you are falling behind. But awareness often looks like loneliness before it looks like clarity. At this stage, there is no going back. You cannot enjoy what no longer aligns with you. You cannot unsee what you have seen. You cannot pretend without paying an emotional price. That is why reconnecting with old habits and old circles never feels right, even when they feel familiar. Growth changes your tolerance. It changes what you accept, what you question, and what you need. Real connection does not come from being surrounded by people. It comes from resonance. From shared values. From shared depth. From shared direction. Without alignment, even the loudest room feels empty. With alignment, even silence feels comfortable. This phase is often misunderstood because it is quiet. There are fewer messages, fewer calls, fewer invitations. But there is more clarity. More self-respect. More honesty. Before life introduces the right people, it removes the wrong ones. Before meaningful connection appears, there is distance. Before clarity, there is silence. Many people panic during this phase. They rush back into familiar chaos just to feel included. They lower their standards just to avoid being alone. But the truth is, loneliness with self-respect is temporary. Connection without alignment is permanent damage. Instead of chasing connection, focus on alignment. Align with your values. Align with your standards. Align with the person you are becoming. Build yourself so strongly that your presence does not require validation. When you do this, connection becomes natural. Conversations flow without effort. You stop explaining yourself. You stop shrinking. You stop pretending. The right people will not need convincing. They will feel familiar without history. The connection will feel calm, not draining. You will feel understood without speaking too much. That is how you know it is real. Feeling disconnected does not mean you are lost. It means you have grown beyond what once defined you. Growth feels lonely only until it introduces you to the people, places, and purpose that match who you truly are. Stay patient. Stay honest. Stay aligned. The connection you are searching for is not behind you. It is ahead of you, waiting for the version of you that refuses to go backwards.